If that doesn't work, then you need to remember what they taught you in school. Stop, drop, and say you're a lesbian.
What is your profession?
Ladies, no to this. Nothing that they make calendars out of. I see these videos all over the tiki-taki. These thirsty, lusty, sweaty firefighter videos. Sit down, all of you, and take notes. There will be a quiz at the end. These are wonderful people. These are brave, courageous souls. They do an important service to all of our communities. The problem is that some of them have served so very much of the community over and over again, an over-interpretation of a certain kind of service. These are part of the 6 Ps that you need to avoid in your dating life. Your pilots, your paramedics, your physicians, police, firefighters, and familitary. We are still working out the phonetics of that last one, but you know what I meant. These are puppies. They are, especially these. They are so exciting. They are so cute. You're gonna wanna show it off to all your friends. It's gonna love on you. You're gonna love on it. It's got so much energy. But the moment that you let one of these out of your sight, the next time you find it, it will be dry humping your best friend's leg. It can't help it. It's a puppy. They come with very expensive vet bills from a doctor known as a therapist. They are incredible people who will try to hump your best friend's leg any chance they get. What you need to get is a blue collar shelter dog, one of those boys in the trades. And I'm talking about your electricians, your plumbers, your HVAC, your linemen. One caveat on the linemen, ladies, I need you to know that they travel. I live in Hurricane Alley. When we have a bad storm, full disclosure, we are all out at a transformer willing to show our boobs to anyone who will get the air conditioning and the Wi-Fi turned on again. Now, we are not going to keep this. We will send it back to you. It's sort of like a catch and release program. Your welders and your mechanics. These are like going to the pound and getting a senior Great Dane that has been returned twice. So grateful to be adopted by you. The only thing you need to do with these is to feed it. You have to feed it. They do eat a lot. Feed it, scratch its back, tell it it's a good boy, and let it sleep in the bed. These will go out. They will leave the house every single day and go make money. You don't have to call it. It will come back home on its own with all the money that it made. It will get a drink and then it will go fall asleep in its chair. These are low maintenance blue collar shelter dogs. If you have a puppy and you try to take a puppy on a walk and it spots a nurse with a cheap boob job and a hibiscus tattoo, gone. Just take the leash off, let it go be with its own kind. Don't bother chipping it, don't bother putting signs out, it's gone. You do not have to walk a blue collar shelter dog because it's out making money. And when it comes home, it's too tired. It's asleep in its chair. If one of these gets out of the house, let's say you go to get the mail and you open the door just a little and it scoots out, you gotta get in your car and no matter what time of day or night it is, you gotta drive around the neighborhood and look to see which driveway its truck is parked in, and then you gotta grab it by the back of the neck and take it to the emergency vet and get it tested for diseases and make sure that it didn't start a litter somewhere else. It is exhausting. If you lose sight of your blue collar shelter dog, I'll tell you exactly how to find it. Walk over to the door that goes to the garage. It's somewhere in there. And you just open it up and you pop the door with your hip and then call it. Now, it may not come right away because it's probably buried under a pile of wood that it's been collecting for the past 10 years, or it's staring lovingly at the new impact wrench it just got off of Facebook Marketplace, even though it has 5 others of the exact same thing. So you just call it again. It will come scampering in, it will get a drink, and it will go up on its chair and fall asleep. Easy. Wonderful. Makes money. Oh God, they're in bird formation. Look at them. They love each other so much. They really do. They call each other brother. They're gonna leave this photo shoot and they're gonna go back to the station and make a meal together and then rub each other down with lighter fluid and have a tickle fight. Eyes right here. See this device? This is a mobile puppy kennel. They travel together in the wee-woo when they are either out feeding or hunting. That ass. You need to be very aware of where these are at all time relative to you. Why? Because this is the zone of impregnation. You need to park at least 5 parking spaces away from the mobile puppy kennel at all times. Why? Because if you are in here, pregnant. They don't even have to touch you, pregnant. They can just look at you, pregnant. But you may say, Casey, what do I do if I am nowhere near the wee-woo zone of impregnation, but I am out just being a daughter of God, minding my own business, and I come across a puppy that is undercover? Because if they are in their uniform, you will know. But sometimes they are not, and that is very dangerous, very risky for you, because I know what's gonna happen. You're gonna see that backwards baseball hat and Mr. Big Body, and you're gonna make some decisions that will ruin your credit score. You need to always be using your senses, particularly your nose. If you are in the grocery store and you're pushing your buggy and suddenly you catch the aroma of cologne and Old Spice body wash and child support payments, you are in the zone of impregnation. You may not see the wee-woo, you may not see an axe, you may not see a uniform, but you are in the zone of impregnation. You need to abandon that buggy. If you encounter a puppy out on a trail, know that there are a series of movements, a code, a signal system that you can give the puppy to get it to retreat, to create some distance between you and the hose humper. Everyone, write this down. Here, here, and here. Follow me. X over heart, X over she shed, baby symbol. Here, 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 okay? No, I do not want to babysit all those other kids you had with all those other women. No. I do not want to spend every single one of my Friday nights in a Burger King parking lot swapping out all those other kids you had with all those other women. No, I do not want to pay for the braces of all those other kids you had with all those other women. You may be wondering, Casey, how will the puppy know what this means? First of all, if you start doing this in front of any man, he will go away. I promise. This specific kind of puppy, it's actually embedded in their DNA. They do know this code. Watch. If you visit the caves in Mesopotamia, you will see hieroglyphics written on the cave walls by ancient Cro-Magnon lady with these exact same hand gestures. No, no, baby, no, no, baby. Why? Because when man discovered fire, cave woman instantly had a problem. Man discovered fire, therapy. She created these symbols to keep you safe. If after all of that, the puppy will still not retreat, then you have to go back to what they taught you in school. Stop, drop, and say you're a lesbian. These are wonderful people. These are brave, courageous souls. But the next time that you get a tingle, I want you to go walk yourself around Home Depot until you find a blue-collar shelter dog who will build you a chicken coop with all of the money that it made. Adopt. Don't shop.